Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So this week I'm reviewing the best-selling single malt in the world, Glenfiddich 12. It's probably the most well-known single malt. It's probably the whisky that most of you would have tried at some point in your life. It's the one that's available in every single supermarket, in every single off-license. Pretty much wherever you go to buy alcohol or buy whiskey, they will have this. So, it's a Speyside single malt. This is matured in a mixture of bourbon and Oloroso sherry casks, and it actually states on the label Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks. So it specifies, which I quite like for considering it's such a big seller. Glenfiddich got the capacity to produce around about 14 million litres of whisky a year. So it's a huge, huge operation. They also produce for the Grant's blends and other blends as well. The range of single malts, I'm going to be doing the 15 and 18 in the next coming weeks as well. So they've got a good range in their kind of portfolio. They do nice single cask limited releases. They've got some good stuff in duty free. So yeah, they've got a large range of single malts as you'd expect from the kind of best selling single malt brand in the world. Let's get to the nose straight away. Immediately, fruit. And it's apples, it's pears, and then you get kind of a vanilla sweetness, so you get custard, you get toffee, you get a little bit of fudge, and a kind of slight butterscotch. Also behind that, you get kind of spiciness. So cinnamon, clove, a slight kind of herbal note. So I'm getting a little bit of aniseed, maybe a little bit of fennel, but very, very, very faint. But yeah, the main kind of smell is like stewed apple. Fruit, appley fruits, pears. Maybe a bit of lemon as well. There's a little bit of citrus in there, giving it a little bit of kind of zing and zest. Glenfiddich 12 also is available for around about £30 a bottle, £40 a bottle, probably in specialists. They often put it on offer It's often discounted in supermarkets at Christmas. They come in gift packs, so it's widely available. Let's have a little taste. Taste-wise, first thing you actually notice, there's actually quite a lot of spice at the finish after you kind of initially drank it. So the kind of clove and the cinnamon spice that I got on the nose repeats on the finish. The base notes as well, again those apples come through. A lot of custard, raw kind of vanilla-y custard. Let's have another taste. I get a little bit of sour orange. I get a little bit of a slight kind of yeasty kind of bready note as well that I haven't noticed before in this. These small bottles I got in a gift pack, by the way. I had one of these 15 Solera Reserve and the ancient 18-year-old as well, and it came with a nice Glenfiddich glass, which I've unfortunately smashed. So yeah, a little gift pack I bought a while back for £50. Great value for 3 20cl bottles. Yeah, vanilla, custard, apples. Let's give it one more taste. There's a fair amount of bourbon cask influence. There's a lot of sweetness. It's quite mouth-coating, but because it's bottled at 40%, which you would expect for a kind of entry-level, ubiquitous, mass-produced single malt that sells all over the world in mass quantities, the 40%, it's a little bit kind of watery on the palate for me, but that's probably because, you know, I've tasted countless whiskies, most of which are kind of 46% and above cask strength. So compared to those, it feels a little bit watery on the palate, but in its own right, as a everyday whiskey, you know, it's fine. Finish isn't too long. There's not much flavour there kind of now. But you know what, taste-wise and balance-wise, it is on point, it's spot on. Score-wise, for the taste it's pleasant. It's not like a wow factor whiskey. It's just a really pleasant whiskey. You can't really dislike it. If anyone drinks it and says they don't like it, personally I think they're lying, because there's not much to dislike about that. It's just not overly complex and interesting for someone who has obviously kind of tried, you know, you've seen my channel, a lot of whiskies. So I would give that a 7.5 out of 10. If you agree, please leave me a comment. If you disagree, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of Glenfiddich 12. I will be reviewing the 15-year-old Solera, and I will be reviewing the 18-year-old Ancient Reserve next week and the week after. Thank you so much for watching. Please share the video, and I will see you next week for yet another whiskey review with me, Joe. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.